in Kendrick's song when he says, I hate when I talk about guns and then someone gets shot and they die and it makes, because we make things happen. So imagine when you take that and you put that to melody and you put that to song that holds you and rocks you, whatever is embedded in that sound is now embedded in you. It's been proven scientifically. The human mind cannot refuse any information transferred through sound.
Real life.
It ain't real life. Just ain't real life street stars. You know what time it is.
So I was doing my research, I'm going back and I'm listening to Cassie, right?
Uh-huh.
Because it's all out now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, when Cassie first came out, they would play her single over and over and over. And I kind of liked it, right? At the time. Now, just hear me.
Yeah.
I kind of liked it. But now I go back and I listen to the single and I'm like, this song really sucks. Now, hearing you sing, Jag, it does something to me, right? It's natural, like how you spoke early. It's God's gift. I don't think Cassie had God's gift, right?
No. She had desire.
Okay, so she had desire. So
she had desire and she is talented. She's not Maya.
Right. So what I want to say is, we talked about this.
Not even A. Marie was Maya, and Cassie wasn't even A. Marie. I'm not going to take a shot at her talent or her career because I don't know what she could have become.
So
she was actually working with a real producer. She was working with Ryan Leslie. He was developing her. Me and You was a start.
Right.
It wasn't the finish. It was a start. If he had been able to keep developing her, who knows what Cassie might have become, but she only got one album and she got stuck under the diddler and she never got to grow, So
my question to that, right, is, because back in the day, I was like, this was good. It was,
Cassie was there to piss off J-Lo for leaving.
Oh, okay. So remember, like a couple interviews ago, we said there's a ritual with the music.
Yeah.
Is that something that could
very much so
performed with the Cassie track?
Absolutely. Listen to me. Songs are spells. That's what chants means. If you look in French, the word chants, it means song, but it also means a spell. The things that we say, that's why they say you got to be careful. Life and death resides in the tongue. Everything that we say holds value, it holds weight, and it has the ability to trigger things. That one line, babe, in Kendrick's song when he says, I hate when I talk about guns and then someone gets shot and they die and it makes, because we make things happen. So imagine when you take that and you put that to melody and you put that to song that holds you and rocks you, whatever is embedded in that sound is now embedded in you. It's been proven scientifically. The human mind cannot refuse any information transferred through sound. That makes music the most important thing that we have. Now think about all of these records that when you listen to them, you heard them a million times, whether you liked it or not. Matter of fact, how many songs did you not like that you ended up liking later?
Right.
Man, I hated this song. I like this song. They kept playing it. You had no choice but to like it.
Right.
Programming.
Yeah,
What about Mo?
Huh?
What about Mo? I saw that Rainwater interview. I got to take a good look at it. I saw y'all put a new Rainwater interview on.
Yeah, that Rainwater.
I've
been hearing a lot of things.
What's your thoughts about Mo3 and Rainwater?
My thoughts is that Mo3 deserves justice immediately. And the people that say they love him need to start telling the truth so he can get it and his family can get it. I'm sick and tired of seeing people capitalize off of Mo's passing.
Yeah.
Period. And his documentary needs to come out. Like, if people are gonna do this much fighting over his legacy and estate, then they should really be more interested in fostering the legacy.
Well, you see,
The public needs to see that. They need it. They deserve it.
right?
He has fans, loyal fans. And since he passed away, he's made more fans.
Right.
They need their moment to get to know him better. I just think it's time for people to do better by the legacy of Mo3 at this point. And maybe I'm speaking out of turn, but that's just how I feel about it.
Yeah, no, I think Eminem had a famous line said, music will alter moods and talk to you.
Yeah.
And I think, what y'all do is great. But Jack, lastly, I have to ask.
I'm so glad Proof wrote that for him.
See, I know you about to take it there. I know you about to take it there, man. He has a new album out, Jack. He's trying to sell an album.
Wonder who wrote it.
Shit. Okay.
Wonder who wrote it.
Shit.
I wonder who wrote it.
Houdini is a magic trick.
I don't know. Maybe it was Drake. His people. I'm sure they're looking for work.
We'll save that conversation.
Ghostwriters.
So before
we never get the credit we deserve.
Ever. So lastly, Jack, for those that want to validate
how many
your stories,
Grammys I would have won if motherfuckers had to admit what I wrote.
right, no, I know you've been in studios help. Like, hey, let me get your pen together.
I love creation. I love art, and I share it with everyone. It's not mine. It's a gift. It came to me from God. To refuse to share it is stuff of law. Period. It goes against God.
Yeah.
Now, what people choose to do with what I share with them and what I give to them, if they choose to exploit it or whatever, that don't fall on me. That fall on them.
That's true.
That's part of the reason why they really hate me, because they're looking at me and they know I'm the greatest. They know it.
Thanks.
I know it too.
Yeah.
But guess what? You don't see me running around bragging about it. You don't see me running around begging people to acknowledge my greatness. I don't. If you come across my art, or if I share it with you and if it blesses you, that's great. But I never did it for fame. I did it for people. I did it for connection. I did it because that's what I do. God gave me that. The truth is, of all the things that I can do, my artistry is the thing I care the least about, but it's the biggest part of me. They wish they had what I had. They wished, every last one of them. They wished, they hated having to sing before or after me. And I never bragged about it, and I'm still not. I'm just saying, they know what it is. I know what it is. But why they hate me is because if they had my talent, they would have sold their souls immediately so that they could be the number one bitch. And they know all I had to do was play the game and I would have been the number one bitch. And I was like, I'm good on that. Like, imagine wishing that you had something that someone doesn't even give a fuck about. See, that's why these industry bitches hate me. Because I would come to shows in sweatsuits on purpose and have the whole fucking crowd going crazy after they spent $1,500 and 6 hours in the mirror. And wasn't nobody thinking about them. And I showed up in a sweatsuit. See, when you that bitch, you ain't got to prove you that bitch. Matter of fact, all these bitches talking only proves I'm the bitch. Because who gives a fuck about them? Like, that shit that Jill pulled was desperate. I know she begging. Illuminati, please. I'm not too old. I got a second win. My titties are still big. You can fuck those. I don't need it. See, They get a taste of that attention. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna tell you something right now. There is no greater high than feeling 45,000 people screaming love at you. There is no rush. It is very addictive. And you can coast on it for a while. But it's gotta be more about, it's gotta be more than being, that feeling, that dopamine. It's an addiction. I've seen motherfuckers tank their fucking family when they fucking should have stayed home and not done that tour because they can't live without that roar. I've seen wives say, please, baby, we need to work this out. I'll see you when I get off tour. And for nothing more than that roar. Because sometimes it really ain't about the money. A lot of them niggas be getting jerked. Look at Bad Boy. Who got paid? But they was smiling in them pictures though, and they love to be in them videos. I know you see me in the video. Hey, I know you see me in the...
Those videos were nice.
And you still don't pay me no attention.
So Jack, I want to take it home right there.
At least they didn't pay them bank accounts no attention.
Yeah, I want to take...
them bank accounts was ignored.
I want to take it home right there.
$500 and you walked for cheesecake and cheese, all that shit. Like, so, and you did all of that for a $500 check and niggas say, I'm a crackhead. Are you fucking kidding me?
Don't. They're kids, Jack. But hey, no. So
victims.
to bring this home.
Yeah.
I want to validate for those who just question where you were at during this time.
Yeah.
Can you speak to where you were at or who you were around and I'm not gonna say a name, but I'm just gonna say Bad Boy.
When Suge Knight got shot in the ass in Miami?
Damn.
Because I was there.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was fighting with Paris Hilton in the bathroom at Nobu.
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah. See, I wasn't going there, but okay, wait. When Suge Knight got shot in the ass, which we all remember.
I was there, yeah. At the it was MTV's. I was there. I was doing a party on Star Island in the yacht.
And you and Paris got into a brief altercation.
Over Scott Storch.
Scott.
Yeah, because I didn't approve of him fucking with her. Yeah. I thought it was bad. She had him spending. I'm like, this bitch is worth $100 million. Why are you spending all your money? Let this bitch spend some money.
Scott like to spend though.
Yeah, he on a bunch of used shit.
Yeah.
Like he like everything brand new except for pussy.
Yeah.
Never understood that. He paid top dollar.
For the use.
And the more beat up it is.
Oh.
Who the fuck bring a porn star home and expects to be happy?
Hey, man. Hey.
Bitch brings her work home with her. Honey, can you please hold this pillow?
Shit. Okay. So,
he's about to get the cum shot. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Did you want linguine and clams for dinner?
Right, oh, God.
Let's be real.
So I was going to ask about...
Yeah, fuck Paris. Anyway, we was arguing, and I told her she smelled like dirty bed sheets, and she called me a nigga.
Paris Hilton called you a nigga?
Yeah, she calls all black people niggas. So anyway.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, and I was like, for real, I'm about to fuck you up. And then you heard pop, pop. And I'm like, we're in Nobu. Why would there be shooting, in Nobu?
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here confused. This Paris Hilton literally goes to the bathroom, messes up her hair, and goes screaming out. We don't know what happened. This bitch was looking for the paparazzi. She wanted to be the first one. Shots fired, and this bitch is ready for a photo op.
Wow.
I'm like, the fuck? I go to walk out. They got Suge. Suge was laid on his stomach. And you can see they had shot him in the ass because he had the red stain. He was on his stomach and they rolled his ass out of Nobu. I never seen people so happy to see somebody get shot. Like literally, we walked out like, they was like, yo, did you hear? Suge got shot. I was like, that's who that big nigga was. His face was there. They was like, yeah, they shot him in the ass. They was let everybody. Just that was it. Did you hear Suge got shot? Yeah, they shot him in the ass. It was like,
Damn. Okay. You were there. You
Yeah.
were there. So
I don't know.
last I was
He
gonna
should have started talking back then.
I was gonna say, can you explain your connection or just where you were at or around and who for Bad Boy Records and Uptown Records? Just anyone within that. Just what is your connection at all to any of that, if anything?
My direct connection would be, I'll be sure at this point. I was always around. See, like you got to understand, dibbling and dabbling in the dark arts and sex world and being a ghostwriter and then being a public artist, I'm kind of living a double life anyway. But I knew Kim and I knew Kimora. We weren't friends. I wasn't a part of their clique, but we all partied together. They should do a documentary. They did a documentary about Freaknik. They should do a documentary about the Kit Kat Club.
Ooh.
It was an old theater that had been renovated into a nightclub. And, you know, all of the old like opera seats were VIPs, private VIPs. Everything happened in there. And you know, they had it was Diddy's idea to pass out the opera glasses so people could spy on each other while they were fucking in each other's shit.
Eyes wide shut.
It was wild. That was at the beginning. The Kit Kat Club was the beginning of him going from Puffy to Diddy. You know what I mean? It was a big change. But that was when he first started really attacking art and real artistry. He wanted whack artists. Like, I'll never forget when he was working with a street team and he had them all in there and it was young boys and he was talking about, listen to me, we don't want talented artists. Stop bringing me talented motherfuckers. Talented motherfuckers is always trying to run the fucking show and they think because they got talent that you need them. We need motherfuckers that need us.
That's a producer's mindset. I can see that. I'm a
Mary J. Blige was his prototype for what having no talent can do if you're willing to play the game. There's no way in the world that at the position where she sat at the time of that 10th anniversary and the fact that Beyonce was a freshman coming into the game, she should have been literally bowing down and worshiping this nobody bitch who only got a record out of Wyclef. And it wasn't even the actual record, it was the remix to save the first record that don't nobody ever talk about. Like, I just want to get the record straight.
That's the history. That's the history. Oh.
So imagine what it did for every artist that was her peer at that time to see Mary J. Blige, the queen of R&B hip hop, bow down to this up and comer. Let them all know she's the one. She's the next one in charge. Like it's a nod. You know? It's a big nod. And it tells everybody else around, oh, that's the chosen one.
Jag, for
Shame, you know, after all of that hero worship, she couldn't have, you know, Beyonce got the billion. She couldn't have helped Mary J. Blige pay the Kendu.
Cannot.
She could have just cut a check.
You know, Mary just got her titties done, Jack.
Huh?
She just got her titties done. Brand new, just like a week ago.
Same, they couldn't do her brain and her heart.
Oh, God.
They need to go back in there. There's more work to be done.
Okay.
She got her titties done at 50-something.
I mean, she's on TV. She got shit.
Who's watching? Ain't this the last season?
That is going on.
She might have something to do with that.
Yeah. Jack, so let's speak on you for a second.
Fucking weird bitch. I'm sorry.
We're in summer. Let us know what you have coming up next, because Reallyfe does want to be a part of the Jag journey. The
Well,
new
I
and
think
the
we are
old.
part
and-
of each other's journey at this point.
Yeah,
in
a
time.
million subscribers once again. Probably touching it right now as we speak.
I know.
And you are a
I couldn't be
major.
happier for you guys.
No, thank you, thank
And
you.
I'm glad that this is going to be over so Angel can go on vacation and get some sleep.
Yeah, you're right.
And,
Ange, we can't wait. No, Ange, we were talking off camera, and Ange has his business acumen is crazy.
yeah,
And we gotta definitely discuss some business with
let me
Ange
tell you something.
very soon.
Mostly everything that I understand about working with people and doing business with people and living as an entrepreneur, not as a worker, but as a boss, I learned from that man. I'm not going to get too much into his business because people are already gossiping. But what I will say is, you got to look at a person who manages to hold on to relationships for decades and ask yourself, what's real between these people that keep them in the game for 20 years, 30 years? Your average friendship nowadays doesn't last more than 5 years, and then people journey on or they move away or someone gets divorced and they got you and they got this, you know. But when you have people that truly know you, you're a blessed woman. And so what's going on? RealJag.com.
There you go.
What's going on? Love
There you go.
and partnership.
There
And
you go.
there's this guy that's always hanging around me now, and he decided he wants to do a documentary about my life.
Oh, it sounds entertaining. Just the thought of.
And he's filming right now.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Look at
And,
that. Look at that. And that's
yeah.
just a blessing itself because
And
again,
then reintroducing the world to all of the Philadelphia content.
there you go.
And to be able to put all of that back up for everyone that was there before who that got taken away from, and to be able to give them Jay-Z Unplugged again, because we will be uploading Jay-Z Unplugged to the new Philadelphia Broadcasting Network in the next 10 days. I think part of the reason why they went so hard after the network the first time was just because I put that up.
Yeah.
And guess what? I'm going to put it up again because I can. Because that's just as much my legacy as it is yours, Sean, especially at this point. And I want the world to see it. And I want everybody to have an opportunity to witness what you tried to slump because you couldn't get me to say yes.
You were supposed to disappear, Jack. You were supposed to disappear.
He tried. When I think about that night at 4040, and he told me he was going to make sure that the world never knew about me. He was going to make sure I disappeared. And I looked at him and I said, I don't know, Sean. It's a big world. We'll see.
So what do you think your talent is?
I don't know yet.
I'm gonna go ahead and say as beautiful as your singing is, it's gotta be your voice. Cause if you never sung again, your voice has reached the heavens. I mean, you're touching millions and millions and millions. And that's some people can never even say they've done with their song.
True.
So, I mean,
And now, guess what I get to do? Everyone who has been listening, in about 2 months, they'll be able to go to realjag.com and they'll be able to stream all the Jaguar Wright music they want to hear that has never been released before,
Right.
that has never been heard. And you won't have to worry about whether or not people were hurt to make it. It's all cruelty-free music. And that is the last thing, our campaign. Odell and I have decided to make it a go. We're going to do it. It's up and running, cruelty-free artistry.org. We're real.
Two things, Jack.
Yes.
you will be hopefully singing live somewhere, hopefully. But
Yeah.
also Tokyo Tony, we spoke on that.
Yeah.
Y'all saw each other in person, and that possibly can be seen
Oh no,
as
that
soon as
will
possible
be seen
on
on Philadelphia.
And Jack, just the last thing we got to ask you for the fans and the viewers. I just really want to know what's the end game?
Cruelty-free artistry. Period. If I have a position to stand on, all of this pain to create all of this happiness, and no one knows what's really going on. If you knew how Clive Davis used to torture Luther Vandross, it might make you look at some of those Luther Vandross albums a little different. You know, like even when we did One's Gotta Go, I went back and I listened to what I had to say about Prince and Michael Jackson, and I tripled down on that. If it could have spared him being a victim, fuck that music. You know, we shouldn't have to naturally expect as artists that we're going to have to be victimized to get ahead. How does something that God gave us that brings so much joy end up in such fucked up shit all the time? I want to be able to look at a young artist and see her grow up and know she never had to have what happened to me happen to her to get a Grammy, to get a sold out tour, to get a movie. That's my end game at this point. Can we make good art without having to hurt someone to do it?
Well,
Can we send our kids to auditions and pray to God they don't get fucking touched? You know, is that really asking for so much?
amen. Well, I was talking to my mama today, and she said, "Do you think that girl Jaguar really be telling the truth?" I said, "I don't know how you see it online, but if you was in there with her and she looks you dead in your eye, you gonna know that she is." With that being said, Jaguar Wright, you are a real life street star.
1 million!
1 million!
1 million! And many, many more, because I promise you, you coming here is your blessing, and it's our honor.
Shout out Reallyfe Street Stars, nigga. Move it. Hey.